Greetings. We are live. Just an FYI. This is a semi-adult stream because Scott has a foul mouth.
Oh, blame it on me.
Hey, I can turn it off, man.
Blame it on me.
I can turn it off. It's not like I don't swear ever.
I'm just messing around.
Uh-oh. There we go. I gotta jump to my YouTube channel. I have to change the there we go. I gotta jump to my YouTube channel. I have to edit the description.
Yeah.
Suffering through 44v1 battle droids. Come on, boys.
And I try to build the biggest model on the smallest table.
Grilz, let's hobby.
By the way, what you see is my entire workspace.
But yeah, because you're a badass and you're working out. Rock.
What you see is my entire doesn't workspace. Make anything easier.
Alright, I do have the live feed up. If you access my YouTube channel, you should be able to.
Yeah, that actually doesn't look half bad.
What, on my YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks really solid. Just make sure that you don't have, the heck was I gonna say?
Like I can't have my dildo on the table?
Well yeah, like having your dildo on the table would be a problem. But what I'm trying to say is make sure if you're listening to the stream at the same time, like you don't have the volume too high, or else it'll like bleed into the stream and everyone will start hearing it go.
Oh, no, I got that muted. Plus, I wear headphones, unlike you, because you're psycho.
Huh?
I said I also wear headphones, unlike you, because you're a psychotic person.
I'm not. I just hate things on my head.
I know, you're freaking psycho. It's like that's some weird psycho twitch. I don't like things on my head.
I just don't like anything on my head. It feels horrible. Let me make sure that this is showing up. Yes.
Also, if we were to get more serious doing this or something, or if I join more often, I do have a better microphone.
Alright, I'm gonna post on the Star Wars group kind of tell people that's what we're doing.
I'm just not doing Star Wars at all.
What are you doing? Creature Caster.
Yeah.
You're painting like the greater demon of Zine, right?
No, it's Queen of Malefica.
Yeah, but it's
you're just making shit up now. What are you talking about? What is that?
It's still the greater demon.
Oh, it's called Queen of. I don't know what she is. It's called Queen of Malefica.
Alright.
I don't know.
Let's see. Painting.
Now I'm curious as to what the description of her is on here. Let's see here.
There, painting those B1 battle droids. We do have people watching. We've got two. I'm not sure if it's just me and you, and like.
I think it's just me and you.
It's just me and you. Yeah, we're just by ourselves, like being pathetic. Hey, that's how it all starts, right?
That's right. That's right.
You start pathetic, and then like gain a following. And
everybody starts off pathetic.
You all start pathetic. I should probably post on the Facebook page every time I do.
And that we all start pathetic.
That way it's not as pathetic. That way I'm not watching myself watch my stream. I could talk to myself in my stream. I haven't done that yet. Ask myself questions. I haven't.
I mean, you could, but like since you see that, I guess it depends on if you want, like if somebody were to watch it after you were done the recording, that would probably be nice. But
are you going to be playing Zinch? Is that why you bought that, or is it's just like that's a really cool MIDI? I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna build and paint it.
Yeah, this is literally just a display model. Yeah, I had no intentions of using this for a game.
And a lot of people use the creature casters. Not uncommon that you use stuff in tournaments. We definitely allow it at the boys.
Like it, if anything, this would maybe get used like if me and Nate ever actually started playing D&D again.
Okay, that's
But other than that, just gonna display it in my truck to myself. It's probably gonna get broken.
invite some babe into your truck. Like, what's that? And then
My
you tell
sweet,
her what it is. What is it called again?
that's my sweet queen,
It's
Queen of
Queen Khalifa.
Malafika. That's a better name. And I keep saying Malafika. It's probably like Malafissa or Malif. I don't know. It's Malifica.
Is it an American company that makes Creature Caster? Or is it British?
Oh, that I don't know. I think it. I don't know. Honestly, I have
Not,
no
not that
idea.
that will help us determine how it's pronounced, but
Yeah,
oh,
the accent will just be different. Malafika or
you know what
whatever
they
that.
released, dude? Corn Warcry soaked. Blades of Corn for Warcry.
Oh yeah.
So I'll definitely be playing Warcry soon. I don't know if you planning on playing that. It's effectively like the AOS version of right. You got like a couple mini, and you do some work like that. I'll be right back, dude. I'm gonna
Okay.
I actually must have missed the inside of this guy's leg with one of the colors. Actually, I don't need to come right back. The color is box.
Now I was trying to find like the backstory on this.
The backstory on what?
On because they have a backstory for all their models on what they say it is.
Oh yeah,
Creature caster.
just so they
So
don't get sued.
probably right.
Like we got to come up with a backstory so that GW doesn't sue our brains out. These are not elves. They are not orcs either.
Honestly, a lot of their models I don't too much like the crossover isn't super terrible. I mean,
No, it actually is
like it
awesome.
definitely
Like
looks
it
pretty
look
original.
yeah, it looks pretty original, but it's got like that. It looks Dinch like enough so that you can throw it onto the battlefield and people know what it is. And I actually think that some of the creature caster models look a little bit better than GW ones, although they're not. They're like a little bit too rigid for me. I'm gonna have to come back to this mini though because I just had to hit it with some contrast paint in some areas that I had missed.
Let's see here. The Queen of
Coming out.
Malefica
All right,
is a
we'll hop into
terrifying
another one.
being whose apparent
Hopefully, I didn't.
serenity.
That's for Malifaux, you said?
No, this is who I'm working with. It says the Queen of Malefica is a terrifying being whose apparent serenity belies a deep, malevolent turmoil. Do not be fooled by her regal and beautiful female form, as this is but an extension of her true demonic self. Writhing and coiling tentacles make up most of her true body, and the face that she presents to the world is nothing more than an affection that she can change or remove at will. Like all demons of Malefica, the queen struggles to maintain her physical form and requires an anchor to hold herself stable when in true space. Her elaborate stone wings provide this foothold, and while being overly lavish and ornate, suit her purposes entirely and complete the facet that she prefers to present. I don't. That was that just like nothing. I don't.
It's a whole lot of nothing to me.
Yeah, like she's okay. She's a demon, and she has multiple personality disorder.
Yeah, and she has stone wings that keep her grounded.
Yeah, like in true space. So
Yes.
cool. She's got stone wings. So am I gonna paint? Should I just paint these things fucking gray?
I don't know. I watched a
Look at
video
this.
recently that said to try painting stones different colors, like a green, like a
You
mossy
know,
green.
if I was like really good, I don't know. Honestly, like a Like if you could paint these up like granite, that'd be kind of cool, probably.
I think you could do it.
I don't know.
A lot
I
of
probably.
practice.
Dude, it's just a lot of work. Like,
That too.
I mean,
Like, what are you doing with it though? If it's a showpiece model, you might as well put in the work, right?
well, yeah, and that's the thing is that's why I'm probably gonna try to put in the most effort I can with it. It's just a little daunting because I've never tried anything like this, and quite honestly, I should probably work on other things before I try to take on this, but whatever.
You do that with everything to go on.
Well,
Try to tackle things you want for all the time.
yeah, and I
That's
don't
just
know
your
if that's good or
personality,
bad
right?
because usually I do okay. I
Yeah,
think my blight, I think my blight lords turned out pretty good for how ridiculous I tried to go with.
I thought they turned out fine. No, what I'm saying is you always like ever since I've known you, you always try to tackle something that's like way beyond whatever skill level you have, whether it's diving or like you dove to 100 feet in fun air.
I did great too.
You did fine, but like technically you weren't supposed to do
Well,
that.
actually, well, I could because well, I mean, unless everybody was bullshitting. I mean, I did dive with Gary, so I did do the dive with a instructor. I don't know how
I
legit.
think we would have gotten in trouble on that dive if we had if they had known, but I don't. You
However,
lived, you're alive, right? Doesn't matter.
how however, love Gary, great guy. Kind of ditched me on that dive, to be completely honest.
Oh, we were all there with you the whole time. You were
he
right.
was
We
like,
were all
he was
grabbing
he
you
was
and
like,
like checking your air and making sure that you weren't
no,
going to die.
there was. I'm not saying there weren't just plenty of people around. It was just funny. He's like, yeah, just stick with me. And then we get down to the ship, and he's like, I don't know what the fuck he's doing. He's like way inside the ship doing crazy shit, taking pictures of everybody. I'm like, okay, yeah, I guess you're just not gonna stay with me. Fuck that.
Oh, you just gotta be a man, man.
Oh,
Man,
yeah, I know.
gotta be a
That's
man,
why.
man.
That's why I did it.
You
Had
did
to
it
prove
too.
myself.
My sister was scared shitless during that dive.
Like she was.
Yeah, dude, she's like, oh, like you gotta understand. She went through these classes, and they're the whole time they're like, if you
Don't do
go
this.
below 60 feet and you don't have an advanced license, you are going to die. Like that. That is
Oh.
like how they teach classes.
Well, see, I had the speed course on diving, as in, here, breathe through this, you'll never die.
Just yeah, just keep breathing.
Yeah, my class was a little bit. It's kind of it was a speed course.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me about it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, and then you paired me up with Gloria. And like, oh, great, I get this fucking.
I was like, you can do it. I believe.
He needs protecting more than you do.
So, have you ever played Star Wars since like we played that one time, or did you sell all your stuff?
All my shit is at Nate's in a bin. I
Oh.
haven't sold it all, but
Is that who you were playing Underworlds with?
yeah.
Oh shit, was that a
He,
picture of Nate?
I mean, if that was the person, if you saw a person, then yes.
Oh, it was just you and him then.
Yeah.
That's who I saw.
Yep. Doesn't mean him. He's got Night Vault, a set of dwarves, like whatever dwarves were in the Night Vault season.
Is it the shooty dwarves?
Yeah.
Those things are gross.
He I don't
Did
know.
he beat you?
I don't think he likes them.
Really? Like, people think I think they're ridiculous. I think they're really good.
Man, I hope you're not gonna I don't know how to fix this.
Would you? Would you do?
Well, Well, I didn't do anything. It's just part of the model. I just wonder if when I build this, you won't be able to see it. There's a huge, like,
You're
camera,
off
camera,
camera.
camera,
There
camera.
you go.
Uh,
Oh,
focus. You
mold
see
liner.
that? Yeah, yeah. There we go.
Is it on like a part that like is very prominent on the model, or is it just like behind the scenes?
Unfortunately, I don't think I'll know that until I start putting it together.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Because I
worry
have
about it
no
now.
idea. I have no idea what piece this is or
Like,
where it goes.
like that could be like the bottom of her ass. Never see.
Yeah, that's why I'm not.
She's because she's sitting on a chair. Nobody cares.
I'm just hoping so, because dude, it looks like this mold line, like literally the mold, like off centered.
Is it for the whole mold or just that one area?
It is just that one area.
I bet you that that's like a part that you're not like didn't give a shit. So because
I hope so, because also these little nipples here are on the same side, so because these leave some nasty. These these uh these things are huge.
what are they?
The um
Chunks of resin that come off.
yeah, the little mold things here.
Yep.
What do you want? I don't know what they're called, but yeah, they're huge. I think that's the one thing that people bitch about these is the flashing is usually pretty bad on creature caster stuff. But
Yeah, but is it like
it
really thin flashing or is it pretty thick and terrible?
nah, most of it's been pretty thin, so it's honestly not even that big of a deal.
Right. Because then you just scrape it and it's like, all right, that's it. Maybe a little green stuff. I'm real
I
serious.
I guess my point is that's why I bought these guys, because the only complaints I've heard are just like, oh, that's not that big of a deal.
Right. Is Nate
Oh,
online too?
nah, he's at work. Remember when I was telling you too? They'd never sent me the like life counter that they were supposed to send me
For what game?
for. It's just like when they come out with new models, they have like a dial, like it's like a life counter that just comes with the models. It's not like for a game. It's just a 20 life counter or whatever. They didn't send it to me with this model, and they actually finally did, which is cool. Yeah, it looks awesome. The, I was pissed. I ordered this because I thought I was gonna get the dial with it. The dial's just as cool.
It's so it comes with a sweet dial that you can use in just any game.
Yeah, it's got 20.
20
It'll count up to
life.
20 life or whatever. 20 whatever's. It's got 20 numbers on the dial.
Are you guys playing tons of D&D like over the web?
No, we haven't played shit. Nobody wants to play.
That's what D&D always is. Yeah, let's play D&D. Okay.
Like somehow we have to find people that want to play just as much as us, and it's kind of difficult.
I'm not your guy.
I know. We talked about that before. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
Yep.
I'm
I,
good.
I, I went through that with probably shouldn't even talk about it on stream. I went through it with somebody because there's only one person I ever played a ton of D&D with it. So it's if they listen, they're gonna know who they are. And it was very fun initially, but um, and it ended okay. I can't say it ended terribly. It ended okay, but
Did you end it
getting
as
it
in you
to
actually
end
finished the
was
campaign?
not a pleasant experience. It
Because
takes up so
we've
much
never
time,
even.
like 8 hours a week.
Well, it doesn't have to be.
I know, but
It just has to be consistent, and that's the problem. Is you get like a decent group together, but nobody's consistent. Like they'll be like, "Well, you guys want to play next Friday?" "Oh, I can't. I gotta do this, or bro, I gotta do that." "How about next Friday?" "Nope, I gotta do this."
I've got children.
Oh, God, that's a big one. Like, if you got
Of
kids,
course.
why are you in a D&D campaign?
So that's my biggest problem with it. It's such a time sink. It's really hard to to do that along with all the other things I do. Like, you do a ton of stuff too.
Yeah, that's why I don't do what I'm doing right now very often.
I
And then I
can't
go
blame
to
anybody who doesn't want to start this hobby because it is so time consuming if you want to do it right.
well,
I
and
don't know.
then like like you said, I'm paramotoring. I'm going to the gym like 5 times a week now. Uh, I work 12 hours a day. Kind
That's
of,
something I gotta start doing. I definitely need to start going.
yeah. Don't get all fat and happy and
Don't
married.
fat shame me.
I'll fat shame you all I want. Get your fat ass in the gym, bitch.
I mean, I'm not fat yet, but like I can definitely feel myself getting out of shape. It's not a fun or pleasant feeling.
No, I don't know. The thing is going to the gym will just it just makes people feel better.
It definitely
That's all.
does. Definitely makes you feel healthier. You got to go for like 3 weeks on regularly, and then all of a sudden you start to feel the difference.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why like I don't know. I don't care how big anyone is. Just like shit, it just makes you feel better.
right? No, I definitely agree with that sentiment. It helps you feel healthier, helps you think better, think faster. That
Just don't go to the gym. Just don't do that shit where a lot of people they're like, I went to the gym today. That means I get to down a 12-pack Bud Light and fucking eat some cookies or something.
dude, there's
I
always room for cookies.
I I rode the bicycle for 20 minutes.
I do not eat a lot of sugar though either. So it definitely helps me not get fat.
Oh yeah.
I don't eat
Uh,
I cheat sometimes like when I go to like Grace's parents' house, I'll eat a lot of sugar, but
oh
um
yeah.
because that's all they have over there. Her mom is like addicted to chocolate, sugar, whatever, but uh me, I try to stay away from it. Unless I'm there, I'm like, you know what, this is a treat. Oh, the other time I eat a lot of sugar when I go to the movie.
Well, I'm a fat shit when I'm in Bon Air.
Yeah, but you're also like getting the most intense exercise of your life, so it evens out.
Yeah,
It,
only did like 18 dives or some
yeah,
shit.
if you're diving every day,
Like
I gotta look up how many calories it is per dive. It's a lot.
it can't be that many. Like
It is because your body is trying to stay warm. Because if like you have no idea how many calories your body burns just trying to stay warm.
I guess that could be true.
Like, weren't you cold getting up out of those dives?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're freezing, right? Like your teeth are fucking chattering, and it's like a
How
hundred
many
billion
calories
degrees
does
outside, and
diving
you're like,
burn?
why do I feel this way?
600 calories. Here's a summary. Siren dives
Damn.
on the Balkan. An
This
average
little
shore
droid's
dive
coming out pretty good, dude. See it?
dives burn
What?
on average
Got all
300
the little
calories per hour.
highlights.
Oh shit. Oh,
Roger,
nice.
Roger.
So an average shore dive can burn 600 calories per hour.
Yeah, so basically you burn 600 calories per dive. Each
Yeah,
one
so
lasts
we need
about
to
an
eat like a
hour.
motherfucker. No wonder I was hungry.
That's why you eat like a
I,
boss when you dive.
so I was, I mean, essentially, we are probably burning like 2,400 calories a day just diving.
Yeah, because we would do 3 dives off the boat and 1 dive on land. And
And
boat dives are even more intense because when you're on the boat, you're trying to maintain your balance and you're in the freaking heat the whole time.
well, the other thing too is like not just one shore dive. There were days I did multiple shore dives.
Oh yeah.
So,
And they all lasted a minimum of like 40 minutes.
yeah. Oh, and then we did that night dive. So, yeah, just diving all over.
So yeah, diving is can eat like all you want when you're in Bon Air. That's like a permanent cheat day.
That's awesome. I want to go again.
Yeah, me too. Gotta wait because gotta have those babies.
I don't have to have babies. You just gotta go diving.
Zika virus is a thing. Grace is worried about it. That's all that matters.
Gotcha.
In fact, I gotta think about what we want for our anniversary.
I guess that is coming up pretty soon, ain't it? Shit.
Coming up. Yeah. Oh,
And instead, this year, I'm gonna go watch strong men lift heavy things.
where are you going?
Columbus, Ohio, to the Arnold.
You're going to the Arnold?
Yeah, I'm going to the Arnold.
So are you getting into like serious weightlifting? Is that like a thing now?
I mean, we enjoy watching them, but I don't know how serious. I mean, yes and no. Like, I'm trying to get big.
Okay, that's really my question. Like, some people are like, I go to the gym to get fit. Some people are like, I go to the gym to get like
I'm trying to
absolutely
get
fit.
fucking jacked, yo.
Okay, that's another kind of gym experience. You know what I mean? Like, if I went to the gym, I want to be like fit, in shape, but I'm not looking to weigh 200, 300 pounds.
Oh, I don't know if I want to weigh that much. I think 200. Like, if it was like lean muscle, 200 pounds. Most.
Yeah, 200 pounds. I meant when I said 200, I meant 250. Sorry.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, I know what you're talking about because I watch a lot of these guys have a better frame of reference. One guy we watch, he weighs about 200 pounds, and he doesn't look like, or I think he weighs like 230, and he doesn't look ridiculous. And then hopefully my veins aren't disgusting. Then I'll have to just get.
So they have to get surgery
Wait for what?
for veins nasty.
Oh, I don't know. I just saw some pictures today of some dudes where they like, dude, they're all ripped up and their belly has like these really nasty looking veins and shit. Like I don't mind like real vascular arms and stuff, but God, it starts looking pretty gross when you got them like all over your stomach and shit.
Yeah, but that's like competition wrestling, like weightlifting, isn't it?
No, I think you got fucked genetics. you got fucked on the vein genetics because you got a shitload in your stomach like that. They look like varicose veins.
Well, some people have to have surgery because their veins just like rupture and shit, I think.
I've never heard of that. I have heard of though, like Eddie Hall did. He just recently did or I can't remember when it was, but he has a world record deadlift of like 1,000 pounds. And he was talking about how basically if you don't prep for it properly, 1,000-pound deadlift could kill you.
Just what, like sheer energy surging to lift that weight?
It's all the pressure on your body. It's kind of like diving. Like his head would fucking explode.
Oh, just pumping that much blood to lift that much weight?
Yeah, that and like all the pressures involved. I mean, that's a lot of pressure on your body lifting 1,000.
Yeah, I believe it. You probably have to move very slowly.
Oh, man, slowly as you move as fast as that weight will come up.
Well, sorry, maybe I should rephrase that. You probably have to move very methodically.
Oh yeah, everything's very deliberate.
Right. It's not something you could do unless you had years of training.
Yeah, because he was talking about that. Like he had to work up the weights, so like he'd have to get used to the pressures of say 700. Finally, 1,000-pound.
Can you imagine, like, if you fucked up and dropped, like, 1,000 pounds on your foot? It doesn't matter how strong you are.
Well, he drops it when he
Whoa.
finishes the lift. Like, they tell him locked out, completed a lift, successful lift. He drops that shit, dude. It like shakes the stage.
Dude, you should see how these droids are coming out. They look.
Oh, also I forgot. Before I forget too. That whole thing about me doing shit that I'm probably not ready for.
Yeah.
Let's.
No, dude, it's actually better that you do things you aren't ready for in most
No.
cases than just not do them at all.
Yeah, but I want to read the description that I never read when I purchased this model. Was the first sentence is master level model intended for experienced hobbyists, and then you go down deeper and it basically says is the first creature caster master level model. we basically we wanted this to be
hardest
as
model
hard as
they've
possible.
ever produced, and you're like, that's the one.
It's the only. Well, that's not true. I own 2 of their models because it came in a bundle.
Well, it's like when I painted the corn dragon. Like, I was not ready for that.
I'm definitely.
I wasn't ready at all. Like, I had no idea. You had to like treat that model like it was something else.
Oh, that's what I'm gonna have to do with it. Like for
Like
sure.
this little droid. Like, these little droids are not bad. Like the surface area on like each detail that you're painting is so small that you just kind of like tap it with paint, and that's just enough detail to signify that like, oh, that part's done, like that's what that thing is, or that's a highlight. With the dragon, like the surface areas were so huge, it's like if you didn't have an airbrush.
Did you put the entire dragon together?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have it here. Some guy offered me $3,000 for it before I even put it on the table, and there's a part of me that's like, I wish I sold it, but I hadn't gotten to play with it yet. So there's also another part of me that was like, I'm glad I didn't sell it, even though I don't think I've ever won a game with that.
I mean, well, where I was getting at with that is I'm just trying to. I should try to segment this thing or just build it.
It depends. Like with the dragon, I had to segment it. Like I had to segment, and I was very deliberate about where I segmented it. Like the dragon's wings were separated. I made a whole like video on how to paint the dragon because it was so ridiculous. That thing weighed 16 pounds when I was done.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, you saw it in real life, didn't you?
I mean, you only put like 700 pounds skull.
I know. 7 boxes of Citadel spells.
That's insane.
Expensive. The base of that dragon cost me almost. The whole build cost me $1,000. The base alone for the dragon cost me 400 something dollars. It was absurd.
That's so much money. Let's see.
Little droids are coming out really good, dude. Has Nate ever played Star Wars? Have you played it with him?
I don't think we have. I have enough models at his house right now for 2 armies.
Because you bought like a bunch of starter kits, didn't you?
Well, I bought 2 core sets, and then I have like I don't really have anything extra for the Empire. I mean, I've got a wall, but
The Walker is terrible.
is it bad?
The problem with the Walker, the ATSD, is that there's new vehicles coming out next, and the new vehicles and the I think FFG, the company that designed Legion, finally realized that vehicles are really they're not that great because at a certain point, it doesn't matter how much damage a unit does in Star Wars Legion. If it's too expensive, it'll you lose out on the activation economy. So, like, say my opponent has 12 activations, right? And I have a unit that's so powerful, it can literally delete 2 units around. Just pick 2 units, they're gone. But that's my whole army. That's 800 point unit. Maybe that's the AT-AT. Sure. If my opponent has 10 activations, all they have to do is like hide for a round, and then they win.
Right.
Because then they can just shuffle out onto all the objectives and just sit there for the rest of the game. And either I won't be able to shoot enemy units because like I can't turn and face them, or um, I won't have like effective shots because I can only shoot and kill like a portion of the unit because I can only shoot models that I can see or kill models that I can see. Anyway, at a certain point, large models lose. There's a diminishing return on expensive models, and they finally realized that with the new vehicles. So the new vehicles are super powerful compared to the ATSD, uh, but they're around the same price.
Gotcha.
And so I think that either the ATSD needs like a complete rules rewrite, or it just needs to be a lot cheaper because
I don't really know the whole story, but I think Malifaux had a similar problem.
but there was a unit type that just wasn't good because
Well, in the previous edition, it just came down to taking more models. It was like an activation thing. Like, so the crew that had like more models would win.
well, that's not how Star Wars Legion is. It's just that there's
It's
definitely a benefit to having more activations in Star Wars Legion.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying it sounds slightly similar.
It's definitely a similar problem though. Yeah. There is an inherent advantage to having more activations, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee what I'm saying. And
Right.
the problem with vehicles is that they were so expensive on top of your characters and everything else that if they didn't pull their weight in a game, you just lost.
Yeah. Trust me, I know.
Yeah, because you ran
The
the snow
stupid
speeders.
speeders.
They're the worst. They're the worst offenders. They reduced the price of the snow speeders by quite a bit because the snow speeders were so ineffective. They even made the ATSD a little bit cheaper. I just don't think it was enough. The tank is the tank from Imperials is really bad. But dude, the new tank for Republic and for Droids, mm.
Gonna be ridiculous.
It's gonna be amazing.
Look, it's a giant rod thing.
What? Which one?
I don't know. It's just I have a rod.
The droid one?
No, I just have this long thing.
Oh, is that her like sword or whatever?
Nope. I think this is just some more
The decoration.
tentacles. Because I guess these are all tentacles that she has flying around her. Where is her weapon? That is.
Well, she is a Lord of Change, right?
Does she? I think so.
She's a Zinch Lord of Change, but like a female version because there's only like male-looking versions in the game. Although demons don't have a sex in Age of Sigmar, they have
Look
clarified
at this massive
that.
base.
Huh?
Look at this massive base. Yeah. Nowhere near as big as your dragon,
but it's there.
but
I
it's a
think
big
she's
one.
supposed to be like a greater demon. Yeah, that's pretty. Oh wait. Oh, that's a circular base.
Yeah.
I don't know if a greater demon is a circular base. I like that you got like a pre based.
It's already based.
Yeah, it's already based. You don't. Although in some ways I've found that things that are pre-based are actually even more difficult to deal with.
Yeah, well, because now I have to paint this.
Right.
That's kind of how I feel with the Underworlds models, because it's like I have some that I'm like, I would have just done a simpler base on these because I don't want to do it.
Right, like you just want to play.
Yeah, but instead they all have very nice bases, and I'm like, well, I guess I got to paint all the bases.
Yep.
At the same time, I don't know. It's cool, but then I don't know. I guess you could probably just get circular bases and put them on your own bases if you really wanted to. But yeah, but then the centaurs or whatever had that one fucking old base.
Which the big giant one?
Yeah, the centaur.
Yeah, they
It
have
has
like this very special base.
Yeah, they have like an oval base. But also, that dial I was telling you about is about the same size as this base, and it's
Oh, shit.
heavily detailed.
Does it like? Does she sit on top of it?
No, well, no, the dial. It's literally just a dial. Like you drop a little piece on top, and it's life counter.
Oh, okay.
But it's just a completely separate piece, and it's
Well, that's
just
pretty cool.
I don't know, super cool. I think it's got like her head on it or something.
Good. Yeah, they just recently released a new book for that army that putting that.
I don't know if
for.
you can see through the bag.
Oh yeah, there's a
That's
ton of stuff. Are those
well, that's
options or are they like that's the model?
no. This is. I think all of this is pretty much the model. There's her sword.
So there's no options. Like there's one way to build that model.
With the exception of her
Of
head.
her face, right?
There are two heads. They wanted this to be like a diorama. Like it's like a diorama in a box.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool.
So, yay me.
Nice.
However, I did say I wanted to do a diorama. I guess this is kind of the easiest way to do.
Yeah.
Already done.
Redesigned just for you.
Yeah. I don't have to try. I almost stabbed myself. I ain't even been looking at.
What?
Oh, I forgot to have your windowed out of the stream.
Go down to the stream. Stuff?
Yeah.
I can still.
No, I mean like I wasn't watching from myself.
What is it? Does it say I'm like?
It says you're suffering through battle droid.
Suffering. I saw Birds of Prey.
Is that any good? I don't know anything about that movie.
It was much better than I thought it was going to be.
The most recent movie I saw was the new Star Wars.
And
let me tell you, I don't know what to think.
it's weird. Like it has another case of The Last Jedi for me. The first time I saw that movie, I really liked it. I thought it was a fun ride. And then like I see it the second time, and I see it the third time, and I see it the fourth time, and I'm starting to rationalize it now. And all of a sudden, it's like my brain is saying, dude, this is stupid. And I can't help it.
The biggest thing I walked away with it from was, I think they wanted to make it explicitly clear that the OG Star Wars characters are gone. We're not doing that anymore.
No more Princess Leia.
Like, did it not seem like that? I mean, they killed everyone. It was like Palpatine's gone, Leia's gone, Luke's gone, everybody's dead. Get over it. Moving on.
Yeah, there was a little bit of that for sure.
Like, Palpatine was a little bitch.
What are you
Like,
talking
what?
about? He took down like an entire Starfleet by himself.
Yeah, and then immediately got, like, murdered. What happened? Oh, yeah, she's every Jedi now.
Well, no, she's
Or,
not. It was the
yeah,
combination of the two of them.
no, she's every Jedi.
He needed Kylo's help, man.
Well, she did for a second. Oh,
Yeah.
and they gave Kylo, you know, he was so obsessed with Darth Vader, he got Darth Vader's death. Same exact thing. He goes to the good side and then immediately dies.
Well, they have to kill him.
Well, yeah, I know. At this point, you have to. I'm just saying that's what they did.
He's basically Hitler. He's blown up planets and committed mass genocide on like a scale that
Are you saying there's no forgiveness for that?
yeah, there's the majority of the galaxy is not going to forgive you for blowing up their home planet. I'm sorry. Not gonna happen.
My only point is he turned to the good side or whatever and then immediately died. That's exactly what happens to Vader. So they stuck with giving him Vader's send off.
So your
I'm
shtick,
good at
your
I'm
shtick
good
was
again.
that like it was predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kinda.
Actually,
I mean, considering he's been a whiny bitch this whole time.
yeah, I actually did like him in this movie though.
Yo, yeah, I think it was better.
He
But
was the best thing about the movie. So it's really hard for me to critique his role.
I just think they did some ridiculous shit that they're just like, dude, they're just like pulling shit out of their ass. Like, I never would have thought that there's a force power that allows you to teleport lightsabers to one another.
Yeah, but they're a special uh dynamic in Force. They're a special duo that's never existed before.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but
That's the only reason. And remember, they were teleporting like objects between each other like the whole time. That's just the only time they use it
well, I know they were like having
purposefully.
laser battles in each other's head.
Right. I
Like
actually
we're
really
gonna hit
liked
each
that
other.
aspect.
I mean, it was interesting. I'm not super hating it. It's just some of it was like, what the fuck? Where did these powers come
Uh yeah, all right. So that's my biggest complaint with Star Wars right now in general is that like everybody has like limitless abilities.
from? Well, yeah, and there's no training anymore. Fuck that. You know, Ray just knows how to do everything.
Well, so does Kylo Ren, and so does Palpatine. And Palpatine can take down entire star fleets with his hands. Like, how does that translate into Star Wars Legion? He is so
Yeah,
powerful that he can just blow up your whole army on demand.
yeah, I think his point value is going to be pretty high.
Yeah, gonna go up beyond 800 points.
Yeah, unplayable.
That's what someone should do. Like, rate the abilities from the Star Wars movies, like how they would implement those abilities in Legion, the newest movie. Like, what would it cost to have a unit that attacks your opponent's entire army with force lightning all at the same time, even if they can't see them?
Now, I guess in old Star Wars, whatever,
Yeah.
it kind of makes sense. Granted, this I would have never expected that much power. Is like the whole rule of two
I've heard the
was
rule of 200 times. I know what you're talking about, though. Keep going.
well, it's just the rule of two, they're the most powerful beings. Well, Kylo Ren switches back to the light side. That makes Palpatine theoretically the only Sith in the entire galaxy. So he's no longer sharing power with Kylo.
Yeah, but is like the power level exponential? Like, how does it work?
Well, yeah. I mean, like
Could
way
Kylo
back
Ren
when.
take down half of a Starfleet?
Yeah, I guess that's the thing. Like, I
Like,
don't know.
like it
Like,
just
was he that?
yeah. The
Yeah,
whole
that. I don't know.
doesn't
I
make
don't
any
know.
sense. Like they're too powerful. I think they're pulling like kind of a Marvel Cinematic Universe thing, and I love the movie. I loved it, and then like I kept watching it, and I was like, Jedi are just way too powerful. We're pulling some like Shonen Jump Dragon Ball Z stuff right now, where like we just every villain is more powerful than the last, and there's no rules. Did you see the new
And no,
Terminator?
and no training.
Yeah, no training. But oh, she trains in the beginning. They show it. That's to let you know she's been training. But did you see the new Terminator?
No.
Oh wait, definitely check it out. And there's a character in that that's very strong, but they have limitations, and they are explained in the beginning. Not in like an excessive way, they're just explained. And like every time they get into combat, it requires energy to use like powers that are beyond their normal human form. Okay. So every time she gets into combat and they're like fighting these Terminators, she gets super weak afterward. And she can only like use that level of power for a very limited period of time.
Right.
And so while she's really, really, really strong for like a burst, like the minute you're always like in this like kind of stressful mode because you know that at any moment she could like revert back to her regular form and just like
Hey.
pass out.
Sorry.
But
Bird's
anyway,
trying to eat my model.
like Palpatine or Ray, she's so strong that like, and she does things in certain parts of the film, and you wonder like, okay, why didn't she just do that before? Like, even Finn says it. Like, how come you don't just like use your Jedi mind trick all the time? Like, I don't know. That's a good question. Like, why don't they just, if they're that powerful, it makes you wonder. Like, I'd be using it all the time. I would just be
Yeah.
like, yeah, all right, I need to get this done. Mind trick.
Yeah, go get me coffee.
Yeah, I need coffee right now. Dude, I'm too busy. Wait a second. You want to get me coffee, right?
Dude, that's
Yes.
like it was so like I thought too the whole thing with the Jedi mind trick was kind of like a con artist. Like it wasn't so you couldn't just like mind control them. It had to be like somewhat believable. And she's in there on like their ship where they're clearly intruders going, "Nah, we're supposed to be here, man. Just turn around."
Right. It's like a
It
perception check. It has to be somewhat believable unless you roll a 20.
Yeah, she didn't even like she didn't even try to like weave a very good story. It was just like, "Nah, you saw nothing."
Yep. Yeah. Well, and the other thing was like, okay, so there are all these moments where they show that like Ray can, for example, she can freaking fly. Like right in the beginning, she's training and she's like doing a backflip to get down. Remember?
I think so, yeah.
Right in the beginning, she's got rocks floating around her. She's doing her training. She's meditating, and then she jumps on a sailboat to get across those wavy waters. Why didn't she just like float across?
It's too much energy, man.
Not like I don't know.
Wouldn't make for a good movie. Shut up.
Maybe she just wanted to break that guy's sailboat.
Well, she was leaning towards the dark side. She was just being mischievous.
But like that's the problem with like having no rules with the force powers. Like it gets to the point where okay, if these guys are so strong, why did they limit themselves in these scenarios?
Because she's got to do it on her without the use of powers.
Okay.
She has to prove to herself that she doesn't have to use her powers for everything.
Like it's like I have legs, but I don't walk around on my hands, so I prove that I don't need them.
What are you talking about? That I do that all the time. I drive my truck with my hands on the pedals and my feet on the wheel.
Why are you doing that, Scott? Because I need to prove to myself that I don't need my other appendages.
I I blind myself while I fly my paramount.
God, watch where you're going. No!
I don't need to see.
I don't need to see. Yeah. I need to limit myself so I can train. Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of that ridiculousness going on. And the powers are getting too strong. And what are you gonna do when like one person can just like point at a spaceship and make it explode?
Dude, she could hold a ship from leaving.
Oh yeah, she does. She makes a ship explode in the film.
Oh yeah, with the lightning. Yeah, that's right.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, she thinks she kills Chewie.
Right, but they trick you. They pull the old fake out.
I
And
had
by
to
the way,
make you
there are
think you
two
did it.
ships. I saw it multiple times. They just second time I watched it, I was like, oh, it's there. So are you gonna airbrush that thing?
I feel like I should.
You have to zenithal highlight. I can't see how you would paint any. Oh, holy cow!
Yeah, I mean, because I'm not good. God, I'm not good at I'm not good at utilizing.
Have you tried doing glazes?
Really. I've kind of tried. I don't know. I'm not good at like mixing. I don't have any glazes, so I have to make my own. Like the model that you don't like too much. I have those zenithal, and I'm kind of trying to. I was gonna use the rest of them for practice. I mean, like, I don't know. It's also very like. It's not like it's like spotty. So you don't like this.
Oh, like what?
You don't like my girl.
I didn't say that. I didn't like.
You said you didn't like my girl.
Is she not based yet though?
Yeah, you're right.
I like her hair.
Here's dope.
Okay. I have a lot more droids left. Oh my God. I'm 25 in though.
I don't know if I could do big armies. Maybe that's what it was for me too.
Like just the
I don't-
sheer like I don't know,
I,
determination and willpower you need just to finish these things.
yeah. Also, you gotta care less. I don't know. At least for me, I would. These fuck stormtroopers. I don't want to paint those ever again.
It's not that I don't care when I'm painting these. I definitely like put some effort in, but like after
Well,
a while,
that's why I said care less. Like
oh,
I feel like you just gotta care a little less than you know. Like this model that I'm putting together right now, I'm not gonna like. I shouldn't care as much about this one as I should a droid, or like vice versa. I mean, like I, I shouldn't put this level of effort into a fucking stormtrooper.
tell you what, if you did,
It would be a waste of fucking time because I've also noticed with my painting, a 20-hour paint job looks almost about the same as a 5.
Jesus.
Maybe not that bad, but
I'd put it on the fridge with a magnet.
my my skill to effort level isn't great right now.
Yeah, I've definitely learned like how to get the most. Like the more you paint, the more you learn how to get the most out of your time.
Yeah, I mean that girl I just showed you. I mean, I only probably spent
I don't
a
know.
few hours on her.
See that droid I just on my live stream? I don't know if you can
Yeah,
see it.
yeah, I'm watching.
Got all those little transitions on it.
Hmm.
I did 3 of them.
Nice.
I'm pumping them out. I've got 15 more to go. Good lord. All right, next up, guys with binoculars.
Binocular guys. I got another stone wing. Hey, at least my airbrushing is not too bad. I probably could do a badass airbrush job on the.
I think this is the worst part about these guys. They always fall off.
I figured step one with this model, so is I can't do anything until I build it.
Uh, so far, I have done 30 of them. 14 to go. I
Nobody wants to hang with us.
what?
I said nobody wants to hang with us.
Because we're insufferable.
Probably. I've been told I'm a jackass from time to time.
I never worry about how many. You know what? You want to hang
Somebody
out?
might
They
show
will.
up. Hey, whatever. I'm slamming out pieces here. I got a few more in the big box, and then I got a whole crap load in a little bag.
I want to get to these. They look cool.
What time is it? I mean, I think it would be awesome if we build this.
What? Snipers?
No, if I could build my model.
Oh, it's only 7:14. It's
Have you seen this model?
gonna take a while, dude.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if I'm gonna get it done tonight.
You're gonna have to You're gonna have to like figure out what pieces you want to put together.
Well, I think I have kind of an idea because they do have assembly instructions, and the entire like backdrop can be put together independently of her. It looks like I can build this in 2, 3. I think it can be done up in like 3 large segments. So
Give me 1 second. I need to boy, my dogs are whining. I think Grace.
okay.
All right, yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna call it.
What?
Yeah, dude. Grace is here. She's gonna be real loud when she comes in, and I'm hungry, so I want to see if we can go. I might be back in the stream later though.
All right, man.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Have a good night.
We got 1 viewer as you're leaving.
We had like a lot of